in this video we'll solve the polynomial equation by completing the square. So first of all, we'll identify what are the values of a, b, and c. So a is the coefficient of x square. What is the coefficient of x square in this? It's 1. So a is equal to 1. B is the coefficient of x, so it's 6. And c is the constant term, so we'll write c is equal to 4. Now, what you do is you take the half of the b and then square the result. So let's take half of the b. So half of the b is, you divide that by 2, because b is 6, you divide 6 by 2, and then you square it. So let's see what we get. 6 divided by 2 will give you 3, and then 3 square will be 9. So what you will do is, you'll write x squared plus 6x. Now you'll write plus something because you have to complete the square. So this will be your square. Plus something plus 4. And when you're adding something to balance the equation, you will have to subtract something. So you'll subtract here. And this is equal to 0. Now, what are you adding in this equation? You're adding 9 in this equation. So you add 9 here. Now when you're adding something to the equation, you have to subtract the same thing to the equation because you want to balance it. So if you add 9, you have to subtract 9 here. So the blank is for 9. Now x squared plus 6 plus 9 is a perfect square. So x plus 9 is a perfect square of 3. So you'll write 3 here. And this is a perfect square now. And then you have plus 4 minus 9 is equal to 0. Now I have x plus 3 whole square, and then 4 minus 9 will be negative 5. This is equal to 0. Now I have to solve this for x, so let's try to isolate x. So we want to eliminate negative 5 from left hand side. So what we're gonna do is we'll add 5 on both the sides. Let's add 5 on both the sides. So when you add 5 on both the sides, you get rid of this. So you have x plus 3 whole square. In the left hand side, on the right hand side you have 5. Now still you want to isolate x. Now you have whole square here. So let's take out the square root of both the sides. So we'll take out the square root of both the sides. So x plus 3 square, and we'll take the square root of both the sides, is equal to square root of 5. Now x plus 3 whole square, what is the square root of this? So that means you have to write x plus 3 twice. And since this is the square root, you'll get x plus 3 is equal to, what is the square root of 5? It will still remain 5. But then when you take out the square root, you have to add plus and minus sign. So this will be x plus 3 is equal to plus and minus root 5. Now you have two solutions here. You'll get two solutions and we'll see how do we get that. So still we have to isolate x. So what we're going to do is we get rid of positive 3. So we subtract 3 on both the sides here. When we subtract 3 on both the sides, we get rid of this and we have x on the left hand side. Finally, we have isolated x and x is by itself. So we have negative 3 plus and minus root 5. That's my final answer. You can write this as negative 3 plus root 5 or negative 3 minus root 5. But the final answer is, this is the way of writing both the answers together. So negative 3 plus 5 and negative 3 minus root 5.